Welcome to Wednesday's show, and thank you for being a part of it. It is 6 o'clock Wednesday, if you're catching the early show, obviously. And just behind me, down the way there, up Church Street, opening ceremonies as well, happening right now and officially beginning Founders Day 2023. And baby pageants tonight will follow, and a lot of things happening downtown. And one of my sole focuses and purposes for existing today was to take a little tour down behind the cabins, as I usually do, and get a few snacks and maybe talk to some folks, see what neat eats they have and things. And it's been one technical issue after another. That's as far as I'll go with that. Just suffice it to say, I didn't make it. I got to drive by the cabins several times today, and never going to and fro to fix things, but nevertheless, maybe tomorrow. My point is, it's a beautiful evening out there. You've got a beautiful forecast throughout the rest of your Founders Day, and there are a lot of great things to see and do in downtown Sagersville. So be sure that you try to take in as much as possible. And I'll go through real quickly your schedule of events one more time tonight. Hurricane Idalia, as we knew it would, made landfall, and as was expected, did so as a Category 3 hurricane last night. Unprecedented for the Big Bend part of Florida. It's downgraded to a tropical depression at this time, after still crossing the state of Florida as a Category 1 before it went back out to sea, or a roundabout. And it has left 350,000 without power, at least 2 known traffic fatalities related to the weather in Florida, and it's going to be unknown as of right now the extent of the flooding and the storm surge and all the damage that is left behind. If you've seen any of the images coming from there today, you certainly understand the wrath that it has brought upon a lot of residents of Florida, and we have them all in our prayers. Crypto mining, real quickly. We've been covering this here. I've mentioned on the story on the program. I have a follow-up tonight. We've covered it more so, in fact, in the Big Sandy News as well. But I still don't understand crypto mining very well. I know that it sucks a great deal of energy in a process that takes massive and hard-to-imagine amounts of computing power to complete what they call proof of work. And the end result is that they're essentially mining Bitcoin currency. And folks say that these facilities being constructed on, for example, former coal mines, well, is good for the land, which gets another use, but also puts crypto companies close more often than not to utilities that they can use to get the power that they need. And if you've been watching the news now for the past several months, the Kentucky Public Service Commission has been the one, of course, who was requested to allow one to be placed in Louisiana, but today, or this week I should say, denied Kentucky Power's deal to give a Chinese company, Ebon International, discounted electricity for at least the first 5 years of a 10-year contract. Kentucky Power says the PSC didn't have the necessary power and would also have to raise more rates, as they're already planning to do, for their customers. Kentucky Power and Ebon had a contract last August. The utility was going to provide up to 250 megawatts of power at a significantly discounted rate. And in turn, the company would build a crypto mining site. It would as well have 100 jobs there in Louisiana, and it would take a lot of power to do so. But the commission says that the risks outweigh the potential economic benefits, and that Kentucky Power will lack the power that it needs to meet its existing customers' demands in as soon as 2026, much less a new crypto facility that would take 250 megawatts of power annually. And of course, this all happens as Kentucky Power is still looking for an 18% rate increase for its customers, and that's some 165,000 homes or so in eastern Kentucky. So denied for now. I do not think the issue is over. I look for Ebon and other entities that are involved to regroup and make another attempt at it. With that said, Johnson County Sheriff's deputy is now a former deputy, as we have learned. Johnson County Sheriff Scott Hazlett couldn't comment on the ongoing investigation when I reached out to him earlier today. But he says that, or at least his office has said, that a former deputy is no longer an employee. 39-year-old former Johnson County Sheriff's Deputy Chad Penix of Hager Hill was served with a warrant by Kentucky State Police, a summons, it appears as though, and not an arrest warrant, however, to answer in court to charges of second-degree official misconduct. That charge is a misdemeanor. This after the state police say that, per the citations that we have, that between sometime in February and March of this year, the deputy made several attempts to try to get involved in a case of an individual who had been indicted in Johnson County. In doing so, making calls and pleas, if you will, with pretrial services, social services, the Commonwealth Attorney's Office, and others in favor of the defendant in the indictment case.
I'll be right back.
Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy. The convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service. And the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that. The Seasonal Shop, where denim's always in, just pick a length, a shade, and a style. Where the cats are always a win. And where just in are new ladies' fashions, all the accessories, ridge and holler, caps and tees, new flavors of your favorite skinny syrups, and if blue is your color, brighten your whole home with it, and all of the gorgeous home decor. And don't forget B&B, that's Bridal and Baby Registry, at the Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville.
Narcan, it has become a household word, a household possession. It's just hard to imagine that it's needed that much, but indeed it is. Everyone, I think, I don't know of anyone who's not familiar with at least what it is, and a lot of folks have used it or have it. I have, as was given out by the rescue squad through an entity I think we all received, the members did, as did law enforcement, a donation. I still have a couple of units that I keep in the console of my Jeep, because the reality of it is, any first responder responding to a call never knows, and as well, just being, well, out and about in the general public has cost people nearly their lives as they've just come in contact with fentanyl erroneously, not knowing, and nearly died. Some have died. It's happened. So Narcan, of course, is a thing that's going to be here for a while, and it's actually going to be available in an over-the-counter version of naloxone, maybe in retail stores, maybe as soon as next week or so. It's going to be $45 essentially. One carton has 2 doses in it. This is not going to be the prescription Narcan, which is still available and can still be got sometimes without having to pay for it, but it's become something that's more often than not being charged for now. But the over-the-counter version could be available again as soon as next week.
In other news, I was speaking with Sagersville Police Chief Neil Adams yesterday and again today about another report that we were working on when he asked me to run the following wanted statement. We were talking as 26-year-old Anthony Garcia was indicted back early this year by the grand jury here in Magawa County per a case presented by Adams
in regards to wanton endangerment in the first degree, 3 counts for a shooting incident that took place on Sugar Camp in Sagersville. It was back earlier this year that he was allegedly firing a gun at a dog or something of that nature, but erroneously fired a shot into a home, at least one shot into a mobile home nearby. It literally went through the side of the structure and missed one of the residents' head by a matter of 2 feet or less, said Adams, as well as the man who was nearly struck. His child and wife were also in the residence at the time, resulting in the 3 separate counts of wanton in the first. Adams says that he has made several attempts and exhausted a lot of time in an attempt to serve the indictment warrant on Garcia, but has had no luck and is asking for the help of the viewing public at this time in finding out his whereabouts. If you have any information, you can contact the Sagersville Police Department.
Now here's your McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar.
With a birthday to begin, and oh, how we like birthdays. In fact, I've got at least 1 or 2 more for this rest of this week, so yay. But for tonight, it's birthday wishes to Clayton Gardner with a lot of best wishes from your neighbors, Hanson and Michael Rao. Happy birthday, Clayton G. Clayton Gardner, happy birthday to you. There is still time, but very little. If you want to be a vendor at the Rainbow Girls Vendor Fair this Saturday, you need to reach out to Rhonda Howard on social media or give her a call at 496-5450. It's going to be a big vendors fair across from City Hall there in the park in the grassy area, and they hope to have as many vendors as possible if you would like to be one, regardless of what you have, homemade items or anything of that nature, crafts and the like. Please give them a call. They'd love for you to be a part. If you raise hay, it's free testing, and it can be some great knowledge. And there's going to be a contest to boot to see who comes out the best, but the deadline to sign up is this Friday at the McGoffin County Extension Service, 349-3216. They're going to do an extensive test on all the hay and be able to give you some really good information, whether or not yours may be the one that comes out the winner, so to speak. Everyone's going to win with a lot of valuable information. Next week will be the first of 2 regular pantry dates over at the Water and DeWine Food Pantry. Next Wednesday the 6th, Thursday the 21st will be their Senior Commodity Day, and they ask that you, as always, remember to check them out on social media, the church app as well, because they have special things that kind of pop up from time to time or special announcements. And that's going to do it for announcements tonight for me. If you have one you want on the show, this is how you get it on here. I'll be right back. It's Dipper Day tomorrow at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Yes, you can get our famous all-white big chunks of crispy chicken any day of the week as a snack, a meal, or as a party box. But on Thursday, Dipper Day, you get the meal that's dippers with 2 homemade sides and a biscuit for just $6.79. Only at your Sayersville Lee's. Also famous for our ice.
Only one school district in Eastern Kentucky offers the most athletic and extracurricular offerings to our students. Johnson County Schools. Not only do we offer the widest array of sports, including the area's only competitive swimming and bowling teams, but our students also compete on the biggest stages, evidenced by our countless regional titles and 2 football state championships. Our performing arts offers students top-tier choir, band, and drama programs. Give your child the power of opportunity that is only available in Johnson County Schools.
Get great deals on the greatest brands at Conley Tire with up to $150 back on Goodyears, $100 on Hancooks, $100 on Mickey Thompson's, $125 on Yokohama's. And you can always pay now or later. Plus quick service with oil changes, brake jobs, $35 computer diagnostics to fix and repair your ride at Conley Tire and conleytire.net.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Get ready for the new school year with Appalachian Wireless. Whether you need a smartphone, a wearable, or an iPad, we have your back-to-school solution. Visit AppalachianWireless.com or a retail location for our back-to-school deals. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
There where every day starts, it's made, and it ends. From hitting the floor to hitting the road and back, your feet carry the day's duties. And if you're hurting from what might be a work or sports or stress-related fracture you don't even know about, diabetic, or that all too often heel pain that just won't go away, or any type of pain or discomfort or in need of wound care, come to where they care.
Put your best foot forward and come visit our podiatry team. We care about our patients and their feet.
That's Dr. Cheney and her team at Hope Family Podiatry Center next to Hope Family Pediatrics on the Mountain Parkway.
Football excitement is running wild, and with high school football, we're going into our third week tomorrow night, first home game for the McGoffin County Hornets. And, of course, the University of Kentucky kicking off their season this Saturday as well.
Hometown football tomorrow night. The Hornets coming off an 0-2 start to the season, but both games on the road, and they're looking to make up for that tomorrow night, hosting Leslie County in the Founders Bowl. 7:30 will be kickoff. And as always, I haven't mentioned it in a while, but I just kind of got to hear myself say it. I am still looking for folks to help me filming football games, other sporting events, other things out there in the community, and I need your help. So please, if you'd be interested in having some fun there behind the camera, I need you. Let me know. Now, I don't talk much about UK sports because, it's a local news program, but I had some time because some things broke today, and I didn't get all the news on that I wanted. And everyone's excited about Kentucky football coming back. Kentucky football generating a lot of excitement as much as ever, and it's game week. Season opener game this Saturday, and Coach Stoops today, I believe it was today, surprised a Kentucky-born walk-on before his sophomore season begins Saturday in what Mr. Cole Lanter has since called a dream come true and the greatest opportunity possible for a small-town Kentucky kid. And I thought this was too cool not to share going into Saturday's opener.
Come on up here, Cole. This guy came to us, Boyle County. They know a few things. Good old Kentucky guy right here. Been here a year and a half, busting his ass. Packed up and passed on opportunities, scholarship opportunities. Came here, he bet on himself. He wanted to be a part of this program, and we wanted to award him a scholarship.
And I guess that's what it feels like when Coach Stoops surprises you with your scholarship to play on your favorite team in the world for the rest of your college career. Congratulations. Look forward to some Kentucky football. Looking forward to a beautiful Labor Day, Founders Day weekend forecast. Not much changes here. I mean, it's just beautiful. And it's going to be on the upscale, if you will, as far as temperatures are concerned, but they're going to be in check and comfortable and nice through the weekend. Next week, we're still going to get back into the 90s, and it's going to feel more like summer, but we're going to wind down August and start September, at least for a few days, on more of an early fall note, certainly ending August, tomorrow being the 31st and last day of the month. 53 degrees tonight, another night in the low 50s, mostly cloudy skies, northeasterly winds 7 to 9, a bit of a breeze, some clouds, but no rain. Tomorrow, mid-70s, some fog in the morning, as there will be for the next couple of mornings. 75, sunny, mostly clear at night. Low 50s again tomorrow night. Friday, warmer and close to the mid-80s, right about it. 84 degrees for your Friday. Again, some AM fog, sunny skies, though, mostly clear, and lows will hover right around the mid-50s at 56 or so. The weekend still looks to be starting off on your Saturday in the mid-80s, and then the latter half will switch over to the upper 80s before we climb into the 90s early next week. So Saturday will still call for an 85-degree, beautiful, sunny day. Nighttime lows in the upper 50s, around 57 still, nice and comfortable. Mostly clear, so for all those events in downtown Sagersville, Founders Day, going to be a really nice run of some weather. Sunday, when things start to at least wind down a little bit, again, upper 80s, 88, sunny, mostly clear. Pioneer Village Church will be the official venue for the last Founders Day scheduled event that morning, and that will be followed by about 88 degrees and sunny skies thereafter. Monday, I think we'll still maybe stay under the radar, so to speak, and just below that 90-degree mark. On Labor Day, 89, sunny, mostly clear. Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, we get into the 90s, and we might stay there a few days thereafter as well, but right at 91, 90 or so on Wednesday, and you'll see that nighttime lows as well will get out of the 50s and then get into the lower 60s, but nowhere close to those 70s, and the muggy conditions shouldn't be as bad next week, at least Tuesday and Wednesday is what they could be, but we'll wait and see what humidity levels do between now and then. But look at that, sunny, mostly clear across the board, and just some slight variation in temperatures. Going to be a nice one. And that's a wrap for tonight. Thank you for being a part of the show. I'll see you tomorrow.